classified into metals and non-metals. Metals, according to the physical property malleability. Metals are malleable. That means metals can be drawn, drawn or beaten and make to a thin sheet. But non-metal do not malleable. Similarly, ductility, metals are ductile. If you draw the metal by applying the force, the metal can be drawn into a wire. That property of metal is called ductility. So metals are ductiles, but non-metals are non-ductiles. Sonority, metals, when you beat the metal produce a special type of sound. So metals are sonorous, but non-metals are non-sonorous. Similarly, conduction of electricity, metals are good conductor of electricity, but non-metals are poor conductor of electricity except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Texture, metals are luxurious, that means they have a shiny surface, but non-metals are non-luxurious, they have not a too much shiny surface. Exception is present in their luxurious nature. Iodine is luxurious, as well as graphite is also a luxurious non-metals. Similarly, the metals are hard, generally solid, their density is too much high, and they are generally hard at room temperature. So, but exception present in metals, mercury is a liquid at room temperature. Mercury is a liquid at room temperature. Similarly, non-metals, generally it may be solid, but most of the non-metals are present in a gaseous state. And exceptions, in that case exceptions is bromine. Bromine present in a liquid state at room temperature. Bromine is non-metal which is present at in a liquid state at room temperature. Metal reacts with oxygen. Generally, these are the chemical property. Metals reacts with oxygen. Then it form metal oxide. It may be MO, M2O, M2O3. As for example, you have to see here, sodium reacts with oxygen, then it will form Na2O, and calcium reacts with oxygen, then it will form CaO. So these types of oxides are formed, and generally metal oxides are basic in nature, because when we dissolve these oxide into water, it will be converted into CaOH whole 2 plus H2. That means they are base. So generally metal oxides are basic in nature. Similarly, non-metal reacts with oxygen and it forms non-metal oxide. As for example, you have to take in nitrogen plus oxygen, then it will form NO2. Let us suppose nitrogen is also non-metal and it reacts with oxygen, it forms NO2, and when it dissolves in water, it will form NO2 plus H2O. You will got HNO3. This is acidic. So non-metals reacts with oxygen, form non-metal oxide, and non-metal oxides are generally acidic in nature. Second point is reaction with water. Metal reacts with water, then it forms metal oxide and liberated hydrogen gas. Hydrogen gas is liberated when it reacts with water. But in case of non-metals, they do not react with water. Here you must be remember the reactivity series. Reactivity series, you must remember those metals which is present above the hydrogen react fastly, and those metals present below the hydrogen do not react with water also. So you must remember reactivity series. According to reactivity series, those metal who is upside react fastly with water. As for example, if you put sodium into the water, this will be too much fast reaction, and Na2O is formed and H2 gas is liberated too much fastly, and then the flash of light comes. That is the burning exothermic reaction, and it will be burned. So if you see any show of magician, then any magician put some powder and put into the water, the fire will occurs. How it can be occurs? These are whether it is sodium, potassium or magnesium, sodium or potassium, which is put inside the his bag. Okay. Third point is reaction with acid. Metals reacts with acid, then it forms salt of metals, and here also hydrogen gas is liberated. Similarly, non-metals do not react with water as well as do not react with acid, because non-metal oxide are also acidic. So like repel, like here is also formula for just like a magnet, like pole repels like. So like chemicals do not react with like chemicals. Okay. Then the third property you have to see, displacement reaction. Metal shows displacement reaction. A more reactive, here you see this is the reactivity series. Lithium is a more reactive than potassium. Potassium is more reactive than sodium. Sodium is more reactive than calcium. From top to bottom reactivity decreases. Reactivity decreases. From top to bottom reactivity decreases. Then you see here a more reactive metal can displace less reactive metals. More reactive metals can displace more reactive metal can displace less reactive metals from its compound in solution. Here you see an example. If you take copper sulfate solution, aqueous solution of copper sulfate is blue in color. Copper is present here, and if we here you see copper is less reactive than iron. We take the aqueous solution of copper sulfate, which is blue in color. In a test tube, if you take copper sulfate solution, that will be blue in color. And if we put one iron nail into them, then after some time you see that the color of blue solution will disappear. That solution blue color is disappear, and on the nail you see on the nail there will be some compounds like this is formed, and that will be grayish brown in color, greenish brown या grayish brown in color, and copper will be displaced. So iron is more reactive than copper. So if we put the iron into the less reactive metal salt, then iron displaces copper. But in case of non-metal, this type of reaction do not occur. What happened? One question I ask to you, all of you, that what happen if we put FeSO4 into Cu? FeSO4 into Cu, what will happen? Nothing will happen, no reaction, because iron is more reactive than copper. So this type of question also comes in your examination. Less reactive metal salt react with highly reactive metals, only highly reactive metal, then displacement reaction occurs. If we take the more reactive, if we take the more reactive metal salt and we put the less reactive metal into them, there will be no reaction. Okay, so this is the chemical property of metals and non-metals. Thank you.